There's no denying the fact that cancer is a devastating disease. In this video, you'll discover the final 4 of 23 key issues about cancer and omega-3 fatty acids, especially with regard to what you can do to reduce the risk of being diagnosed with cancer. Whilst every effort is put into research to combat this disease, it is a very slow process. Drugs and medication come with their own side effects that often cause additional problems. You have to ask then that if we now have access to more and more information about cancer, the different types of cancers, and the availability and access to more drugs than ever before, why is it that cancer cases continue to increase with more and more people succumbing to cancer and at a younger age? Is the medical profession so preoccupied with analysing symptoms and prescribing drugs to suppress those symptoms, such that the cancer problem tin can is being kicked further down the road for another doctor to deal with the problem, that they're failing to grasp the constant and forever increasing destruction to our cellular health from the processed and ultra-processed junk food that the big food manufacturers push onto people? In this series of videos, you have so far discovered a number of key issues about cancer and omega-3 fatty acids. That includes 1. What cancer is. 2. The main causes of cancer. 3. Why the food you eat is responsible for increasing your cancer risk. And 4. How chronic inflammation helps to trigger cancer. Now that you are aware of these key issues, you can now take action to help look after your body, and with the help of natural and healthy foods, of which omega-3 fatty acids and antioxidant polyphenols play a big part. For now, if you'd like to get an ongoing collection of news, reports, resources and courses on various other health and wellness issues, please click the subscribe button in the bottom right of the video screen, then click the grey bell icon so you don't miss out on future videos, and then please leave a comment or ask a question below this video. It's so very easy to do. Plus, watch this video to the very end where you'll gain access to a special report that you can download as a free PDF. And now, here are those last 4 of 23 key issues about cancer and omega-3 fatty acids and taking action. Number 20. Are you a vegan or a vegetarian? Vegans and vegetarians. Please note, omega-3 fatty acids from various seeds, nuts and leafy green vegetables are not the same as the marine-based omega-3 fatty acids, and is one reason why the average omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acid ratio for vegans of 20:1 is so high. Number 21. The big wake-up call. The best type of omega-3 fatty acids is obtained from the food itself. For most people, that is fish and edible seaweed, so it follows that the fish eat the marine algae. Despite what many people believe, fish do not produce omega-3 fatty acids. The marine algae contain the natural antioxidants called polyphenols that protect the omega-3 fatty acids as you consume the fish and seaweed and as the food goes through your body's dietary system. Number 22. The flaw in the research on the omega-3 fatty acid benefits. So, when you read about various tests and research undertaken by institutions and researchers where omega-3 fatty acids is the main ingredient of the test, always question what type of omega-3s are being referred to. For example, is it the omega-3 fatty acids combined with the polyphenol antioxidants from marine algae or olive oil? Or is it pure so-called high-grade fish oil which oxidizes the moment it is exposed to fresh air, thereby rendering it ineffective and impotent? Or is it omega-3 fatty acids from seeds and nuts which, again, is nowhere near as effective as the omega-3 fatty acids from marine algae or cold water oily fish? Also, ask yourself the next time you read a report who is behind the testing and research. For example, is it the pharmaceutical industry, or the food industry, or the medical profession? So, can you now see why there is this confusion and apparent conflict When the reports in clinical trials and research say that there is no evidence or a lack of substantive data or any other similar conclusions of the benefit of omega-3 fatty acids, etc. Number 23. Action you should seriously consider implementing to reduce the risk of cancer. Whether you've been diagnosed with cancer or if you want to minimise the risk of getting cancer, here is a simple 11-step plan you can implement straight away. 1. Exercise, such as walking, cycling, running, swimming, stretching, lifting weights, press-ups. There are numerous exercises you can undertake, so don't make excuses for yourself. 2. Cut out the processed foods and ultra-processed foods from your diet. 3. Cut out the white stuff. That is, anything that is or contains flour, salt and sugar, which, not surprisingly, includes processed food. 4. Stop smoking. 5. Stop using sun tanning beds. 6. Cut down on your alcohol intake, or at least restrict yourself to a glass of red wine a day. 7. Avoid overcooked meat, especially fried food and food cooked at barbecues. 8. Replace processed food with fresh and seasonal fruit and vegetables that are packed full of antioxidants, nutrients and vitamins your body needs, so it can start healing itself from years of neglect. 9. Eat pulses and legumes such as beans, nuts, seeds and mushrooms, together with whole grain food, as these provide the prebiotic fibres to help restore your microbiome balance in your gut by feeding the good bacteria and probiotics to kill off the bad bacteria. 10. Eat cold water oily fish such as mackerel, herring, anchovies, sardines and wild salmon to get the omega-3 fatty acids and polyphenol antioxidants, and if you are a vegan or vegetarian, eat edible seaweed. 11. Supplement your diet with omega-3 fatty acids that are combined with an olive oil polyphenol antioxidant and vitamin D3. And be wary of supplements that 1. Claim to be high grade fish oil. Remember, such products oxidize quickly. And or 2. Show vitamin E as an antioxidant, which is effectively included as a shelf-life preservative, and or 3. Show herbs or herbal extracts as an antioxidant to hide the fishy taste and smell. To emphasise the importance of understanding why omega-3 fatty acids, polyphenols and antioxidants are so crucial in getting your chronic inflammation under control, it all starts by finding out if your current omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acid ratio is out of balance. To do that, click on the URL link in the description box below this video, complete the short questionnaire and then hit the start button. And to access your special report entitled Sugar Addiction, the Shocking Findings of a Processed Poison, click on the URL link in the description box below. This is the final video in this series of cancer and omega-3 fatty acids, 23 key issues. I hope the information and observations shared has been of help to you in some way, and if you or someone close to you has been diagnosed with cancer, I hope this series at least offers some hope and gives you the awareness of what cancer is and how to deal with it. And with that awareness, it should at least give you the confidence to ask your doctors those need-to-know facts and options, so you can at least take action on how you can fight this disease or minimise the risk of being diagnosed with it. With that, I thank you for taking the time to watch these videos, and please feel free to leave a comment below the video. Finally, I'd just like to add that these videos and the content therein are not to be construed in any way as medical advice, and is the very reason why the following disclaimer is about to be shared with you. And now, here's the boring but very essential bit. Kindly note, the content of this video is not to be construed as medical advice in any shape or form, and has been created for passive informational purposes only. End of boring but very essential bit. Meanwhile, and until the next video is released, bye for now.